So there's this really stupid trend lately of turning Bigfoot into like this super psychic predator with like thermal cloaking technology. And like, I don't mean like Bigfoot is elusive. I mean like Bigfoot is apparently now psychic. He's telepathic. He's invisible. You know, he can cloak from thermal cameras. He's able to read people's minds. He's able to block other Bigfoots from reading his mind. He's able to like selectively avoid cameras. He can phase in and out of reality. And in one case, he's like physically able to dismantle like an international rugby player and like completely just take him apart. And you know, fair, right? Because you would think Bigfoot is like 7 to 9 foot tall, 7 to 10 foot tall, probably pushing 1,000 pounds. A typical rugby player is going to be like between 5 and 6 foot, maybe 180 pounds max. But like at this point, Bigfoot's not even a cryptid. It's a Marvel character. And like the funny thing is, we already have a character very similar to Bigfoot in Marvel, if Bigfoot's not actually already in Marvel. But there's a Wolverine villain called Wendigo that is exactly what Bigfoot, I mean, it's a Bigfoot basically. Forget the naming things. Marvel's naming is a little weird at times, but it you know, Wendigo, it's a big Canadian forest monster. He's got a lot of, he's a Wolverine villain, so he probably mirrors Wolverine quite a bit. But this is what like Bigfoot research is apparently turning into. It's insane. Like I want Bigfoot to be real. I've said this multiple times. I want to believe in Bigfoot. And this right here is how you get people to never take Bigfoot research serious again. Let me be clear, and you know, mind you, I've got a script for this, but I'm also going to be kind of going off the cuff because like this thing is it. There's 2 channels that I follow. They both say that they're Bigfoot researchers. One of them is Discovering Bigfoot with Todd Standing. If you don't know who he is, he's got a documentary up on YouTube here. It's called Discovering Bigfoot. It might be on Netflix as well. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, Todd Standing is supposedly... It's a decent documentary. He claims that there's actual footage of Bigfoot and actual like photos of Bigfoots, both male and female, in the documentary. I've watched it a couple times. I don't know how I feel about it, but Todd Standing has collaborated with several people, Dr. Jeff Meldrum being one of them, an Idaho State professor of anthropology, and he has like had one of the biggest collections of like Bigfoot casts in the world. But Dr. Jeff Meldrum has unfortunately passed away. He had stomach cancer. Rest in peace, doctor. But he also had, you know, collaborated with like Dr. you know, Bennernagel, who's, you know, an anthropologist as well. So like, you know, he's got some pretty serious people with like pretty big credentials behind him. And yeah, it's just I don't know. He recently made a video. It's probably a couple of videos ago now, but where he was talking about this couple that was backpacking through Canada, and they ended up in a confrontation with this Bigfoot. Basically, he's called like the Devil of the Woods or something like that. His name's Kubota, apparently. And like, you know, this rugby player, this boyfriend, he takes out this pepper spray and sprays it. He's got his back to the wind, so the wind is carrying the pepper spray. Apparently the Bigfoot's able to anticipate where the big spray is going to go, where the pepper spray is going to go, and gets out of the way of it, and then runs up and like hits the guy in the solar plexus with his palm, but not hard enough to like take the guy out or smash his solar plexus or like do actual damage. Hard enough to like lift the guy up off the ground and then throws him, and then like picks up the dude's girlfriend and runs off. And then like he runs to the trees on the other side of this field where this couple was hiking, and apparently there's a bunch of other Bigfoot in the trees, like hooting and hollering at this point. And like the big bull male, the big alpha male, comes running out And like, I guess this dude, Todd Standing, says like the big alpha male couldn't read Kubota's mind, like he'd shut him out or something like that. So he like tells Kubota in like whatever Sasquatch language it was to like drop this girl, but like he calls the girl Ina, which is apparently the girl's name. It's a little convenient for me. I can't really believe that, but he calls the girl like Ina. So it's like basically like the big alpha male is like, you know, you need to drop Ina or something like that. Weird. I don't know. I'll throw a clip up.
Why would a telepathic species speak to Kubota? A, and how did this Sasquatch not know that Kubota was doing this? There's two important questions there, and I'll answer them to you because this is what I've learned. As a telepath, you can shut yourself off. So Kubota had to shut himself off telepathically to all the other Sasquatch to sneak off and grab a woman. Probably can't get a girl. I don't know what his reasons is. Ina's beautiful, amazing, athletic. I don't know. You figure it out. And this has apparently happened. Check the DNA out, right? But he stopped himself from being read by the other Sasquatch. So when this Sasquatch came out, he didn't mind speak to Kubota. Why? Because Kubota's got him blocked. So you can telepathically block people from coming into your mind. So what did Seeger, the big giant Sasquatch, have to do? He had to verbalize. You're blocking me. I know you're blocking me. I'm not going to allow you to do this. So Kubota, Iha, probably means drop, Ina. The last thing I want you to understand, and this is shut the front door on this, in case you weren't paying attention, her name is Ina. How did they know her name was Ina? I'm going to let you figure that one out for your own.
But like that in and of itself just was like Bigfoot being psychic and able to read minds. Come on, dude. Like what are we doing, man? What are we doing? You call yourself a Bigfoot researcher, and now you're putting that kind of stuff out. I don't want to like bash on Todd Standing. I like Todd Standing. I like his channel. I like his content. I want to believe that Bigfoot's real. I want to believe that this dude has had, you know, contact with Bigfoot in British Columbia up in the mountains where his research site is. But saying stuff like that, like Bigfoot's psychic and they can read minds, like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? And then there's this other channel called Cabin in the Woods. And normally, like, this guy, you know, he just talks about research, and he's covered Todd Standing as well. And he recently put out a video where he's basically like, it seems like he's trying to make it seem like Bigfoot is like haunting this old couple somewhere in Canada. But like, he's showing thermal footage where it clearly looks like the predator's thermal vision. And like you can see like the outline for like when the predator goes invisible in like the movies or the early movies where it's just the outline is kind of wavy.
It looks like a cloaking thing to me. And I hate to say that, but I can't figure out what it is.
I'll see if I can find a clip of Predator. I don't know. It's Fox Disney. Ugh, I don't know. They might copy strike me. But yeah, and he's talking about how like the Bigfoots can go invisible and like they're attacking this old couple's house. Like there's 360 cameras all over this property. None of the cameras have been able to capture the Bigfoot, but apparently the Bigfoot can get right up to the house and slap the walls, and you know, stuff falls off the walls on the inside of the house. So that's got to be a powerful enough hit to where the vibration from slapping the house travels through the studs and knocks stuff off the walls. And then on the same video clip, you've got very clear monkey noises, you know, the hooting and hollering that chimpanzees do.
The most bizarre things that happens quite regularly are what we call house slaps.
And then, you know, another clip, you've got like this thermal footage or this night vision footage where like something kind of materializes in front of the camera and then kind of walks around in front of it. Like you can see hair or fiber texture or something like that. And then it just goes into the thermal where it's like you can see the wavy lines of like something in some sort of weird cloaking technology. And then like there's this little heat spot that just appears and kind of walks through the woods. And it's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? And like, it's bad enough that there's a Bigfoot in the UK. Apparently it's one of their stories. I have a video on it, not on that one specifically. It's a part of like cryptids from the UK or something like that. But it's bad enough that like there's supposedly a Bigfoot in the UK that can teleport around like Sherwood Forest or something like that. It's just insane to me. Like, what are we doing now, man? It's incredibly hard for me to wrap my head around why all of a sudden Bigfoot is now a Marvel superhero. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like we're going to drive more people away doing stuff like that than we are going to bring into like Bigfoot or cryptid research. Because now, you know, it's bad enough that we've got, you know, morons running around calling everything the skinwalker. You know, it's bad enough that we have that happening. But now we've got, you know, Bigfoot with superpowers.
They've also reported strange floating lights that seem to move with some sort of intelligence.
It goes from right to left in front of the lens of this camera, orb shaped, and you can see through it.
You know, it's supposed to be a relic hominid. You know, it's supposed to be a leftover variant of, you know, what we could have been, right? It's supposed to be like the middle section between ape and human. And I want Bigfoot to be real. I do. I like Bigfoot. It is my favorite cryptid. Out of all of the cryptids that I have covered, Bigfoot is my favorite. But every time that like Bigfoot becomes a superhero or gets a power or something like that, we move further away from something that could be discovered and closer to something that can only really be believed. And that's the really big tragedy of modern Bigfoot research, is that we've just moved too far in the wrong direction at this point. Like we need to go back to basics, boots on the ground, looking for things. Todd Standing does this, but he's also claiming that Bigfoot can read minds now. So I don't know. Sorry, ranty video about Bigfoot, but what are we doing, guys? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. If you like this video, if you want to see more ranty type videos like this, let me know down below. I will do my best to collect my thoughts better for the next one. If you want to see me take on more of the bigger, I guess, cryptid hunting channels, I'm more than happy to do it. Give my thoughts on that kind of stuff. I'm more than happy to give my thoughts on that kind of stuff, especially since I don't do it for the ghost hunting anymore, because I can't even bother with these ghost hunting channels on YouTube. I can't be bothered by it. It's all, I don't know, they're all fake in my opinion, but it was my opinion that got an entire fan base pissed off last year or so. Anyways, like, subscribe, let me know down below what you think. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to find clips of these things, that way you can see what I saw and be just as annoyed. I had to see it, now you do. That's how we cycle of abuse just keeps going, right? Anyways, check out the merch bar down below, and I will see you next time. Peace out, guys.